envy. All reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, ayy. California, cause there's no place like California. Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same Mountain Richmond, Virginia or California, either state you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a map.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ritz.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the man out of Mississippi State. It's Dak Prescott.
The size, the build, his ability to run the football, the potential to be a starting quarterback in the NFL is there. They'll have to build on that and continue to see him progress.
They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Oh, the hurdle. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Vance McDonald, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive, it is so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He finds his target, Terrence Williams. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and
the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One quarter down. 14-7 is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. They run again with Hyde on first. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Carlos Hyde's such a physical, tough runner. People are talking about him changing his style. I don't think he should change a thing, and I know he wants to add catching the ball to his arsenal as well.
One thing's for sure, he said in the offseason he told us he's happy to be in a Chip Kelly offense, isn't he?
No doubt about it.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It's the rookie from Notre Dame, Jalen Smith, in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target. And 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's the veteran Steve Weatherford to punt it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Here's Steve Weatherford now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Smith catches left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jalen Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Steve Weatherford now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think...
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And down he'll go. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He's going to loft one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 75 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as time expires in the first half, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Here's Steve Weatherford now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd down following the run.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And McDonald here over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Third down now following the completed pass.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Got a man open. It's Brian Quick. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he? And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On second down, here's Kaepernick. Over the middle to Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Kaepernick now on third and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Dawson's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself. Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here we go, here we go.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Cowboys! Des Bryant with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure's...
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just... Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here's Huff to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good mood.
And they'll be trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This one complete, right side to McDonald. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. 3rd and 4.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
He's got it at the 15. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. David Irving in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
A good pickup there, 22. So quite the turnaround in this one from a week ago. And in the meetings, I made a faux pas of asking, hey, did he tweak something last week? Because we thought he just didn't look the same, but he's fine.
And I was so glad you asked that question. I mean, you had to take the brunt of the whole thing, and, of course, I sold you out on it. But
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Ohio! Let's go!
Throwing here, Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can